All right, we're continuing our review. We left off of here. Last thing we did was stem and leaf and me medium mode range. No, because I'm going to put it all as one big video. So for this one, we need to find the missing parts. Remember, if you have the total and you have a piece of it, you could subtract, which is 14. So this one's 14. And you could always check 14 plus 17 equals 31. So then over here, I can figure out this one. 100 minus 39 is going to be 61. I can figure out this one now because I know 61 minus 17 is going to be 44. And then this one is added together. 25 plus 44, 69. Yeah. Then what we're going to do is the popular brand of sandwich, bread, or sandwich or wrap. So you look at the breads only. Since the breads are sandwich and wrap, there's a total of 69 sandwiches. There's 39 wraps. So people like sandwiches more. So sandwiches. Also, it's grilled chicken sandwiches. So we got to look at the cross section of grilled chicken sandwiches. So check grilled sandwiches right here is 35. So the answer is 35. Or I'm sorry, 25. My bad. What do you ask, David?
Did you get our test back yet?
If I haven't get it,
Can we just get it now?
I don't have it right now, so no. Plus, you literally have a bunch of blank tests.
Everybody, nobody steal my
Next
credit.
one.
Yes, I forgot.
Hey, I am teaching. Be quiet. It's recording. So, next one. RKYHS is 9th grade, 10th grade students, whether they want to have math in the morning or the afternoon. They asked 120 students in total, so that's going to go in my overall total, 120. There were 55 of them that were 10th graders, or 55 of them were 10th graders. So out of the people who responded, 55 of the 10th graders, there are 55 of 10th graders in total, I guess I could say. 43 9th graders said they wanted math in the morning. So if you're a 9th grader in the morning, 43 of them said they would have it in the morning. 72 students said they want to have, in total, want to have math in the afternoon. So the afternoon total should be 72. So now what we're going to do is follow up with the math. Do we have enough information? Yeah, we do. Stop talking. So then 120 minus 55, that's going to give me my 65 over here. 65 minus 43, that's going to be my 22 over here. If this is 22 and this is 72, that's going to be just 50. Which means only 5 10th graders want it in the morning. But in together, there are a total of 48 people who said they want it in the morning. Okay? Want math in the morning. Yes.
Do you think that it makes sense that like a lot of the stuff that like we learn more recently, like I understand, like
It's more vocabulary and like real life situations, so it makes sense.
how many STEM and history are going to be on the test? It takes me like 20 minutes to do one.
Probably just one of each, if there is. Okay? Next one. You're going to make a histogram using this data. So on the bottom are going to be your ages. Your histogram on the right is always going to be your frequency. Remember, frequency is how often something happens. Look at your table. Since the highest number you see is 5 in frequency, you're just going to make it go up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So since your highest frequency is 5 here, this is what you're going to do it up to. And then your ranges are 70 to 79, 80 to 89, 90 to 99, and 100 to 109. So 70 to 79, 80 through 89, 90 through 99, 100 to 109. When you make a histogram, remember the wall should be touching. On the test, I didn't take points off, but I will be taking points off on the final. Please make sure the walls are touching. The bars themselves. So this one's 5 tall. This one is 3, so 80 to 89 is 3 tall.
My bar graphs are so good. I should be a bar grapher.
99 to 94 is 4 tall. 100 to 109 is 1 tall. Okay? So these are your tallest, they're bar graphs. Remember, notice how they are touching each other, okay? Like they're next. There's no gaps in between. Yes. Yeah. That's how you make a bar graph. remember, I'm also going to give you questions. This show up on the test, but I'll give you the bar graph and you just tell me things. So, for example, if I said, oh, how many people have grandparents from 90 to 99? You would see that's 4. So you got to be able to read the bar graph too, okay? Next one. Mr. Tobo wants to learn about RKY students and their opinion on math. He decides he will put all his students in alphabetical order and pick every 5th student. Then he asks them personally the question, why is math your favorite subject? So the population I'm trying to learn about is the people I'm trying to learn about. I say it obviously here. I'm trying to learn about RKYHA students.
You mean RKYHS?
Yes. So that's who I'm trying to learn about. Now in this situation, it is I'm putting them. I put in an alphabetical order and pick every 5th student. That is a rule that I'm following each time.
Alphabetical by first name or by last name?
Doesn't matter. So in this case, it's systematic. I'm following a certain rule on how you get picked. The rule decides if you get picked or not. It's not random in that sense. There's stratified random. Remember, stratified random is grouped, then random. So that would be like I take this row, pick one person. I pick this row, one person. This row, one person. And then self-selected is like a survey where you answer yourself. You choose to be a part of the survey. I don't force you to be the part of the survey. Or a lot of things could be systematic, yes. All right. With the method, what could cause bias? There are 3 things in this thing that could cause bias.
I got this wrong on the test.
You said there was no bias?
No, yeah, I said there was no bias because you were like, no, you got the reason for like it being biased correctly, but you said it wasn't biased. You got it wrong.
Yes. So there are 3 reasons why it could cause bias. First off,
You automatically assume that they favorite subject.
good. Well, I was going to say first, Mr. Tobel is a math teacher. So the problem with that, he's asking about math subject. And he's wearing a math shirt. So that means like it's going to affect your answer. You don't want to offend him or something. You're also, the wording is already implying that is his favorite subject. That's your favorite subject, I say. So in this case, it's like already working on the an answer that's like, what if it's not your favorite subject? You could like math and not be your favorite subject either. So it'll affect the answers that. Is there anything else? So you asked him personally, is it his favorite subject? Was there another way? I thought I had a third way. No, that's it. Another way it could happen technically is by your bias sample. There's not a bias sample here, but I could have said I took honor students and selected them and asked them if math is their favorite subject. That's going to be skewed to data because probably honor students will like math more on average than other students, okay?
Wait, so how does this answer the question?
So there's 2 ways to answer a question based off the one I wrote on this test, which was either you say Mr. Tobel is a math teacher, which affects your question answer because he's talking about math questions, or the wording is why is math your favorite subject? Okay?
So it's like an assumption.
Yeah. All right, this is probability. We did not have a test on this, so I gave you a test from last year, but these are the questions that could be, well, will be on your final. So let's talk about how to do this, okay? Pay attention to this one because technically we did not test on this, and we only learned this in the last week, and knowing how you guys were, you probably didn't take in too much. So let's make sure to learn this, okay?
Thanks.
Don't forget it. So, how many outcomes could happen? So, when I flip 3 coins, there are 3 things that are happening, right? I flip coin 1. How many outcomes are on coin 1? 2. How many outcomes are on coin 2? And how many outcomes are on coin 3? So, when you have that, you multiply the sample spaces. So, it's 2 times 2 times 2. So, it's 8.
Oh, that's tricky.
Because coin 1, coin 2, coin 3. If I roll 2 dice, how much does a die have?
6.
So die 1 has 6, and die 2 has 6. So you got to multiply them. 6 times 6, 36. If I said I have a die and a coin, that means the die, which has 6 sides, times the coin, which has 2 sides, would be 6 times 2, or 12, okay? So I can mix and match them too, okay?
Don't do that. That's gonna throw me off. I'm gonna so get that wrong.
There's nothing wrong about that. I'll tell you, the fake options for this, like it'll be 12, it'll be, you probably someone who adds them, someone who subtracts them. and somebody who only counts as 6.
Wait,
So,
excuse me? I don't
yeah.
understand what you just said.
I'm just saying, like, it's a multiple choice question, right?
Yeah,
So I'm making the fake answers too.
yeah.
So you got to be careful because the right answer is 12. 8, why would somebody get 8 in accident?
Because you could, yeah,
They added. Why would someone get 4 in this case?
because the 2 times 2 is 4.
No, that's true. Or they could have 6 minus 2. So that's, I'm just saying, like, there's fake answers. So please try not to make the mistakes, okay?
Wait, so then why'd you do 6 times 2?
How should we know to multiply?
It's because sample space, or you're finding outcomes, or multiplying, okay?
Wait, why did you do 6 times 2?
6 times 2. So there's 6 sides on the die, and there's 2 sides on the coin.
Okay.
So I could roll 1 heads, 1 tails, 2 heads, 2 tails, 3 heads, 3 tails. So it's 6 options, and then each option has 2 of each. So it's 6 times 2.
So then why'd you get the 8 and the 36?
These are the questions here. I just made up a question over here. Okay, you could call this 2A or something like that. All right. What's the probability of, okay, so here's a spinner, okay? So it's a picture of a spinner. Always count how many there is. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 in total, okay?
3 out of 8.
So what's the probability of landing on a double digit? So the double digits, I guess let me color code this so it's easier. There's 3 out of 8. So you leave it as 3 over 8, okay? You don't need to change your percentage. Again, this is a multiple choice. It will be in a fraction, okay? So 3 out of 8. Right. What's the probability that you get an odd number?
4 out of 8.
Let's see. There's 5, 1, 11, and 3.
Yeah, 4.
So it's 4 out of 8.
1 over 2. Okay.
Good. So even though it's 4 out of 8, in the multiple choice test, it's going to look like a 1 over 2, okay? Because you could simplify the fraction, all right?
Would you count 4 as over 8?
Will be simplified, yes.
Would you count 4 over 8, right?
No, it's a multiple choice, so only 1 over 2 would be the right answer there. I would not trick you, but put like 4 and 8 and 1 and 2 as options. There would be only one correct answer. All right. What are the odds you have a multiple of 3? So multiples of 3 means things that 3 multiply to. So 3 times 1 is a multiple of 3. 3 times 2, 3 times 4.
There's no 12.
12 is 3 times 4.
3.
There's only...
3 times 4 is 12. There's no 3 times 3. There's no
Oh, you're right. You're right. So there's only 3 options here. Now, I said odds. Odds, probabilities winning over total. Odds are winning over losing. So if I have 3 winning choices, how many losing choices do I have?
5.
5, or what's left over.
Would be 3 over 5.
It will look like this, because when we do odds, we say colons.
Why not 3 over 2?
What?
So it's a ratio?
Yeah, it's a ratio. Technically, all fractions are ratios too. But it's going to be 3 to 5 because it's winning over losing,
3%.
not winning over total.
So it would be 3 divided by 5 and you get the percentage. What you get.
But in the multiple choice, it will look like 3 colon 5.
So it'll look like that.
Yeah, it will look like this.
So if it's not like you having a percentage of getting numbers.
No, if I ask for the probability of getting an odd number, it would be 3 out of 8. If I ask for the odds of getting an odd number, it's going to be a 3 out of 5 in that case.
Wait, so probability is what over total?
So probability is winning over total,
Isn't one
while odds are winning over losing. Okay? What's up?
Isn't one technically an odd?
1 is an odd number. I counted that. Well, yeah. That was this one, though.
3, 5.
And 11. All right. What's the odds of you getting a number greater than 4? So let's look at the numbers greater than 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 numbers. So 6, and there's 2 not 6 numbers, right? So 6 over 2, or 6 to 2. Remember, it will be reduced in the test. So I could take out a 2 out of both of them. So the answer that will show up on the multiple choice, if I gave you this exact question, would be 3 to 1. What's the probability of getting a negative number? In this case, are there any negative numbers? No. So it's 0 out of 8, which is just 0%. Okay?
Wait, so Mr. Doble?
Yeah.
Remember 6, the 2 2 is like what you have remaining with numbers, how many numbers you have in,
So if 6 is how many numbers are greater than 4, 2 would be how many numbers are not greater than 4.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, how come you divide? So,
You simplify every time. But it's a multiple choice question, so your answer is going to be the simplified version. You're not going to have 6 over 2 as an option. It'll be only 3 over 1. Okay, just so you know, this is 0%. Let's say if I ask something like, what's the chance of getting a positive number? All the numbers are positive. So 8 over 8, how that looks like is 100%. You always get a positive number, okay? So if you have something that always happens, that's 100%. If you have something that never happens, that's 0%.
because there's no negative.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Does that mean it's including 3 or not? I'm trying to figure it out.
Say it one more time.
What is the probability you get a number less than 3? Because it's 2 out of 6, but is it 3 out of 6?
I never said less than 3.
No, right there. No, for number 8.
Oh, well, we'll see. Okay, number 8 to 10, we're rolling a single die. So remember, a single die has 6 sides, numbers 1 through 6.
No.
Guys in the back, stop talking. Guys in the back. All right, what's the probability you have a number less than 3? I don't say less than or equal to 3, so I just say less than 3.
So that's only there's 2 out. Yeah.
So it's only 2 out of 6. Remember, it will be reduced to 1 over 3, though.
So if it's less than, that means not included.
Yeah, if I don't say or equal to, I have to say or equal to. Remember, I could also say something like, I have at least, no, I guess I have at most 3. If I have at most 3, 3 would be included. Yeah, yeah.
What would be, why is 6 there?
It's 6 total options.
But less than 3. Oh, 1.
I'll let you figure it out. All right. What's the odds of the number they're even? So odds, remember, is winning over losing. So the chances of it be even, 2, 4, 6. So there's 3 even numbers. And then there are 3 odd numbers. So 3 odd numbers. So it's 3 over 3. That will be simplified as a ratio 1 to 1. So you have a 1 to 1 odds that you're going to get an even or odd number.
100%.
This is not 100%.
1 and 1.
It's not 100%. It's an odd. If it was 1 in 1 probability, you would be correct. But it's an odd. So you have a 1 chance of winning for every 1 chance of losing, which is basically a 50-50. Not basically, it is a 50-50.
It's a multiplication.
Yes. For like number 6, I have every 3 chances of winning, I have 1 chance of losing. All right. What's the probability the number is less than 7? Oh, I didn't even realize we were going to have something like this. But all the numbers are less than 7. So 6 over 6 is 100%. No, I want to mention 100%, but I didn't realize I was going to have a question later. Yeah.
Which means 1.
Which is 1 or a 100%.
Which probability is not in percent.
Probabilities could be in percents.
So what will the answers? What will the multiple
Say it one more time.
multiple choice answers?
If I were to make this question on the example, A would be 0, B would be 50, or it'll be 1 over 2. Because I imagine people just think sometimes it's half. C would be probably someone is going to be crazy and put like, oh, it's 1 over 6. And then option D would be like 100%. If I were to make this a multiple choice.
So different.
Yeah, but I mean, I have to make the fake answers. There's like an art to it, but you know. All right, next one. Evaluate 8C3. Now, reminder, you could do it by hand or do it by calculator. Do it by calculator. Okay? Now, on your calculator, there should be a button that says PRB or prop. Okay? Yeah, go ahead. So, on your calculator, if we're doing C's or P's, we're going to option math. We're going to option math, and you'll see a bunch of options here, like menu numbers here. We're going to go right until we get to PRB. What do you think PROB stands for? Probability. So know that probably where you... So on the test, I cannot answer any questions at all about like how to do anything. The only questions you can ask me in a test, if you have an error with your calculator, like something's going wrong with it, or you think there's an error with the test. AKA, you ask me, hey, Mr. Tobel, number 7, I don't think the answer is on the multiple choice. Then when I do it, I just do it on a separate piece of paper and check yes or no, okay? But that's the only question you can ask me on the final, okay?
I don't know how to put it into the calculator, you can help with that.
What's up?
I don't know how to put it in the calculator, I don't know how to put it in the calculator, you can't help.
I will help you, like, this is the button that you want to click, but then I'll have to leave you to do the rest. Yeah.
Like, you can't help with, like, you're only helping with, like, the calculator itself.
So let's say you get to this question, you're like, Mr. Toba, I don't know what to do in the calculator. I would just say you got to go to math, and you got to go to probability. And that's where I stop helping you, because then you can do the rest, okay? But I'm just telling you what buttons to press, but you have to finish it off. So in this case, it's 8C3.
So you do the NCR.
So I'm going to do NCRs. 8 and 3. If you have an older version, you have to type 8 first. Otherwise, it won't look like mine. So it won't look as
Like
mine.
this is my older
How do I
version.
write C? How do I write C?
Yes. So you want to go back to, you see where it says answer, ANS?
Yeah.
Overhide that and just put 8.
How do I write C?
I just said it to you, so you better pay attention for the next one. So 8C3, you press enter. That'd be 56. Does anyone have a problem with the calculator right now that cannot get 56? I'll go back here. Okay, I'm going to do the next one to show you. Ready? Okay, so let's do 8P3. So I'm going to click math. Math. And I'm going to go to the right to probability. I'm going to the right. You technically go left too, but it doesn't matter. Now, it says 8P3, so which one am I going to pick? The P one. So option 2. And I press enter. Now it says 8P3, so I'm going to click 8, go to the right, 3.
I don't have.
Oh, I know how to do it.
Is yours just like normal size? Like it just says NPR?
It says, like, answer, like.
Oh, okay. If yours is like that, make sure you put 8 first. So put 8, then do NPR or NCR,
You have to put the C in every single.
then 3. Now mine's look nicer, but if you still do it the way I said, type 3 after the NPR or NCR, you should still get 336.
I just got 8 next to the NPR.
Good. And then press 3.
Yeah.
3 and then enter.
It's not working for us.
Wait, I got 336.
I got 336.
Oh,
Woo!
Wait, so what do we need on the C?
Oh my
So we didn't.
What's up?
We didn't have enough.
Press
Oh.
the math button. Oh wait, no. Don't press it.
So math
Now
probability.
first press 8, and then press the math button. And then go to CRD. And then go to NPR. And then press enter.
And then press 3.
And then press 3.
I got 56 when I did that. I swear to you, I got 56.
If you did NCR. So if you have an older version, you gotta put the number first before you go NPR or NCR. But again, I suggest doing it by calculator, okay? All right, so NPR, NCR is 8, so that would be 336. Go ahead. So 336. Now we're going to do the same thing. 8C8 or 6C6. So I'm going to go 6 math. Go to NPR or what is it? NCR. NCR 6 happens to be 1. So there's a general rule. If it's the same numbers, it's going to be 1.
Really?
Wait.
Yeah.
You swap it a different number on here.
Then you did it wrong.
Oh yeah, you did get it. Alright.
Somebody's calling me.
All right. This one is the word problems one. Please pay attention because we ran out of time going over it, so we're going to go over it now. Pay attention. You're going to get at least 3 questions like this, okay? Now, while ordering dinner, the customer has 4 appetizers, 5 entrees, which is like the dinner part, and 2 desserts. How many orders can he make? So like an appetizer, entree, and dessert. So in this case, he has 4 options on the first shot, and then he has 5 options on the next shot, and he has 2 options on the last shot. So 4 plus 5 plus 2, or times, my bad. 4 times 5 times 2, 40. So when you have multiple things, sometimes it's like, yeah, shirt, pants, and shoes, right? Or breakfast, lunch, dinner. Like those things, you just multiply them because they're different categories, okay? Now let's pay attention to this one. For a wrestling team, they need to pick a captain and co-captain.
So 2 times 10.
So out of 10 players, so it's not like that.
10 divided by 2.
No, pay attention. How many ways could these roles be selected? This is an important thing to which we didn't get to go over because we ran out of time. Pay attention. There is a difference between NCR and NPR. There's a difference. NPR is used when we're being particular. And what I mean by that is that we're picking something where you have different roles. Being the captain and being the co-captain, or vice captain, sometimes they're called, is going to be 2 different roles. Correct? They're not the same position. They're not the same position. So you use P when you're being particular. C, I call it chaos. It does not matter if you get picked first or pick last. It's all the same position. So I'll show you with 15 and 16 how that looks. So 15, captain and co-captain. Is that particular? Yeah, because those are different jobs. So how many people can I choose out of? 10. How many people am I actually choosing? 2, because it's 2 roles, captain and co-captain. In this case, I'm putting P in the middle.
How did I put the 2 first?
No, because it won't work. It's always 10 because what you're saying to the calculator when you do this, hey, how many ways can I pick 2 people out of 10? Or another way you can think of it, how many ways I can organize 2 people out of 10? So in this case, it's going to be 10P2.
Is it always going to be the higher number?
So it will be 90, yeah.
Is it going to be the higher number? Or is it...
No, highest numbers first. Because you can't pick, think of what the reverse say. Can I pick 10 people out of a group of 2? So that's why. So your calculator gives you, I think, error or 0. I forgot what it gives you. Or 1, maybe. It won't make sense. All right.
So it's always
Now, here we go. Mr. Tobel needs to send 3 students out to pick up something from the front office. He has 12 students in class. How many groups can he send? If I pick you first or second or third, doesn't matter. No, because you're all still going to the thing no matter what. You all have the same job. You all have the same role. So in this case, out of the 12 students I could choose from, I need to pick 3 of them, and that's going to be C. So it's going to be 12C3.
So it just lost precise.
Yes, not precise.
Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Sometimes we say C for no care, or C for chaos. So 220.
Like it doesn't matter for this one because it's all going to like the same place.
Exactly.
For 15, it's like there could be different. It's like a whole different way there. Like there could be 90 variations of different people with different.
Exactly. So if I said something like, oh, there's 8 racers and there's gold, silver, and bronze. Is that P or C? It's going to be P because gold is different from silver, which is different from bronze.
Oh.
If I say the school needs to hire 2 English teachers, is that particular or not particular?
Particular.
No, it's not
But
particular.
it's English.
Yeah, but there's 2 English teachers. They're going to still be the same role. So I don't care which one I hire first or second. They both could do the same job.
Oh, so if you need like a math teacher and an English teacher.
That would be particular.
That would be
Is
particular.
your final on Tuesday?
No, Wednesday.
At least.
But so the number of like people, like the number of
So it's the total amount of choices versus how much you're choosing. That's how they're set up.
so which one goes doesn't matter which one goes first.
Well, the big number has to go first because it wouldn't make sense. It's like saying, out of 3 people, choose 12. That doesn't make sense. If I said something like, the high school, we kind of mentioned it. The high school needs a new principal and vice principal, and there's 12 candidates.
Would be like
It will be P again, so 12P2.
Oh, because there could be like you could pick like different people in the role.
The roles are different. I got to be particular about the role.
Oh.
P for particular. That's what I say. But
So it's like the same or not the same. So it's like you're debating for two different things, two or more different things.
Uh-huh.
It's P. But if it's C, it's C if it's for the same, like 3 kids are all going to the same place out. 2 English teachers are in the same department. So it's like you're looking for the same thing or not.
Exactly.
I understand.
Like I say, I always use P for particular and C for I don't care. Or C for chaos, it doesn't matter. C for who cares. All right, that is all our packets. I'm going to put this.